Got the keys jumping.
Welcome back to the Hottest Take Sports podcast presented by Sib Sports. This is your host, John Ashkar, and today with me I have a very special guest, Ohio State cornerback Shaun Wade. Welcome to the show, Shaun.
What's up? What's up?
Thank you for coming on today. All right, so Shaun, how did you deal with all the hype being highly recruited as you were, and how did you not let it get to your head?
I just took it day by day, really. That was the main thing. Took it day by day. At the end of the day, everybody is getting better and progressing, so you got to keep on working at the end of the day. So that's really the main thing I did. Just kept on progressing.
All right, for those of you that don't know, Shaun, coming out of high school, was a 5-star recruit. He was the number 17 player in the nation, according to 247, and he was the number 6 player in the nation, according to the ESPN Top 300. So he was a highly regarded recruit with 31 offers. Is that correct, Shaun?
I can't tell you how many. I never counted.
And then he played in the U.S. Army All-American Bowl, the opening. Mm-hmm. Plus, he was a 4-time state champion at Trinity Christian Academy. So he had a lot of offers, a lot of attention, and that can get to your head, but Shaun obviously didn't let it. Mm-hmm. So, Shaun, what was it like playing in a state with such competitive football growing up? You had guys in Florida like Dylan Moses, who's at Bama, Alex Leatherwood, who's also at Bama, Jerry Jeudy, another Bama player, and then Trey Grimes, who was here at Ohio State. Same with Isaiah Pryor, who we just recently heard about, and then Grant Delpit, who's great safety at LSU. So, yeah, what was it like playing with all that talent?
It's a lot of talent around Florida, a lot of speed. It's just a lot of different players that you'll see. At Trinity, we tried to play against the best of the best. Mm-hmm. That was really the deal at Trinity. We tried to get to play against the best of the best. But I played against Jerry Jeudy in 707, and I probably played against the others. But it was just really just competing. That's what I like to do, is compete and compete against the best. So if the best is in Florida, I guess I'm going to stay in Florida and compete there. So.
Oh, yeah. So, like I said earlier, you had 31 offers. You said you didn't count, though. Some of them were from top schools like OSU, Alabama, Florida State, Clemson, Georgia, and then the team up north. We don't like name them. But you're from Florida, and if this is correct, your mom's from Alabama.
Yes.
Yeah. So what ultimately made you choose Ohio State over schools like Florida State or Bama?
I wanted to get far from home. That was the main part, in my opinion. Coach Meyer is a great coach, and then Coach Combs was here when he was recruiting me. So those are two great coaches. Those were the main reasons I came to Ohio State. Then I wanted to be far from home. I wanted to experience something different. I didn't want to stay in the South. Like, at the end of the day, if I got this chance to go somewhere, might as well take advantage of what you got. So.
Yep. Awesome. So I was at Media Day 2 weeks ago, actually, when you talked. And that was super cool. And you mentioned BIA. Can you just explain to us what that means, and how you guys as a secondary unit are just kind of continuing the tradition here at OSU with BIA?
So BIA means the best in America. From last year, we felt like we didn't play like BIA. We wasn't the best in America. So this year, coming into spring and the summer, that was our goal, is to become BIA and be back as BIA. And we have been doing it, but we still got to progress. We still got to work. So
sweet. And how has Coach Hafley helped with that?
Coach Hafley is a great coach. He didn't taught us a lot of things, a lot of different things, into just learning receivers and the game of football and stuff like that. He has so much knowledge about football. I had I forgot how many years he been in, about 8-9 years in NFL before he came to us.
He was 3 years with the 49ers before this, so he's got experience.
Yeah, he got great experience, especially Coach Richard Sherman is one of the best in the league. So.
Yeah, lockdown. So, Ohio State's known for having, or some people call it DBU. They're in the debate for DBU. Your freshman year, you were here with Denzel Ward, and last year you were here with Kendall Sheffield, who was a third-round pick. Those guys being present here, what kind of impact did they make on your game, and what did you learn from them?
Well, when I first got here, Denzel, Damon, and Kendall came when I came. They just all took me in and just taught me different things. My freshman year, I got hurt, so I was always down. So Damon helped me with that, because his freshman year he was hurt and he didn't get to play. So he helped me with that. But Denzel just taught me a lot. Damon taught me a lot. and it's took me under the ropes. Even when Marshawn and Gary came back, they always like taught you and just kept on helping, even though they're not even there. So
yeah, I mean OSU has such like a great pipeline, especially in the NFL. With I know J.K.'s good friends with Zeke, and I know all the offensive linemen come back all the time and stuff. Even Mike Thomas for the wide receivers. But yeah, so you talked about how Damon helped you out. You and Jeff were both highly recruited. You guys in ESPN, you were 6 and 7. Like, how have you guys like helped each other out while you've been here at Ohio State? Because you guys are both like super talented players, and you both know what you're capable of.
Yeah, I remember when we first like met, and we was talking. Me and Jeff was like, when we get to Ohio State, we got to make each other better, and that was always our goal, to be both first rounders. Like come out of Ohio State, both first round as highly recruited high school players. So we always had that goal, and I've been behind our back, and we was trying to push to be first rounders, and we keep on doing it to the day. So
awesome. All right, so what expectations do you have for yourself and for the rest of the season for the team?
For the team, really, just keep on winning games. Take each game day by day, one game at a time. Goal is to get the Big Ten as the first goal, win Big Ten. Second goal is to get national championship. But we got to take it day by day, game by game. Like this week, we got Nebraska. Can't worry about nobody else. So.
Yep. Yeah, we're recording this right now. It's a Thursday night before the big Nebraska game. That's a 7:30 game. You guys are on college game day too, which is pretty cool.
Yes.
So who's been one player or coach here at Ohio State that you can just like lean on or talk to like when you're having trouble on or even off the field?
On or off the field, it's not even a coach. He's our Coach Stamp. He's from Jacksonville, so like he understands what I probably went through Jacksonville from him being through Jacksonville, and he played for Coach Meyer at Florida. So like I'm really close with him because we're like from the same background, and that's if I need somebody to talk to, I'll probably go to him out of everybody.
Sweet. So when I was at the media day, you mentioned how our defense this year is just a lot faster. It's more simple. It's easier for you guys to play in. You said everyone was thinking too much last year. So what's changed for all of you guys, and how does this affect you mentally, like when you're on the field?
Mentally on the field, when we have a game, we have a certain amount of rules we have, and go play. Like that's just how it is this year. I felt last year was just a lot of thinking, a lot of doing. We was young last year. Where all them players came back, we only lost like 2-3 players, so that's a big difference too. So we just playing faster, and everybody's more mature.
Sweet. All right, so this is just like a fun question. Who was the hardest player that you've had to cover so far in your college career, and what challenges did they present that made just them different from everyone else?
If I had to pick somebody, I'd probably Rondell Moore.
Yep.
He's very quick, very stocky and short. Get out his breaks very quick. He's gonna be a good player. But it's a lot of players that I played throughout the Big Ten and throughout my college career that's really, really good. So.
And then I was just thinking about this more of like as a fun question. So my question was essentially like, there's the game on tonight, like Devontae Adams is playing, and I was just gonna ask you if you could see like yourself guarding these guys possibly like next year or in 2 years.
Oh yeah, definitely. You gotta have confidence. As a DB, you gotta have confidence. I feel like you gotta feel like you guard anybody. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, and then you just gotta compete. So it don't even matter who it is. Like I just feel like guard anybody. You just gotta compete.
All right. So I just have a couple quick questions left, like a little thing. So who is your favorite NFL team?
NFL team. I do not have a favorite.
You do not
NFL
have a favorite.
team.
That's probably a good thing to say, looking back on it.
Never had a favorite NFL team. Only got one favorite athlete, and that's Allen Iverson.
Allen Iverson. All right.
That's
so I was gonna say, who is your favorite player growing up?
And that's Allen Iverson. That's who I fell in love with.
What other sports did you play in high school, Shaun?
Basketball. Basketball is my other sport. Ran track. Didn't take it serious though. But basketball is the main sport I played.
Who's your favorite teammate?
Teammate? It's too many of them. It's too many. The funniest teammate probably would be either Damon Arnett or Seven Banks. The closest I'm with is Tyreek because we're from the same city. Tyreek Johnson, same city, same place, grew up together. Marcus Crowley, grew up with him knowing him since he was like, he played my little brother back in the day. So that's how I knew Marcus. So.
Yeah, just a question that stems from that. FAU came up here, and I saw that you just had like a lot of friends, including Tyreek. How was that like being able to play against them, but just on a whole different level?
It's a blessing because a lot of them boys on that team, I played since Little League. Like, played against them or played with them, played on the All-Star team with them. Like, it's just crazy how we all, like, grew up and got to go to college. Like, because everybody don't get this chance. And it's really crazy that we just got to grow up and just play against each other in college.
Yeah, that's sweet. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yeah, definitely.
And then, kind of like a double question: who's your favorite artist? And then, what's like on your pregame warm up playlist?
My favorite artist would be Lil Durk.
Lil Durk, all right.
And my pregame changes every time. Might go from somebody from Jacksonville to Lil Durk, or I don't know. It changes every week, no matter what song is hot out that I'm messing with during the week. So it really changes.
So that's gonna wrap it up for us on the show today. Thank you so much, Shaun, for coming on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And thank you to Shaun's dad, Randy, for helping set this up. And thanks to you guys if you made it this far listening to the Hottest Take Sports podcast. You can find this on iTunes or on your favorite podcasting app. We are officially on iTunes and Spotify, so now you can find the show there. Today's intro beat was made by King Drum Dummy and Moog Salve 25 on YouTube. We will have a link to it in the description. Make sure you hit the subscribe button to stay updated with our weekly show. Also, make sure you rate the show and leave some feedback. Again, a big thanks to Shaun for coming on the show today, and thank you all for listening again. We'll see you next time.